Hello, this is the minor Dave Everist Report, and I'm going to be sharing today with you a legal notice I sent to the governor of Oregon, Kate Brown, and the state legislatures, as many as I could find and get a hold of their email address. And I sent a copy to the White House, and I shared it out over my blog. So basically what this is the takings of livelihood. Under the Constitution, you're not allowed to, take people's property or their business away from them, or their job, or their millstone, under livelihood. And reason and logic would say that the Constitution gives us a guaranteed right for you to contract for your labor, or for a service, or for a product. And it's your inalienable right for your livelihood, and it's unalienable, really. So, I guess they can claim a national emergency. By the way, in the past, when they've had quarantines, they only quarantined the sick. They didn't quarantine well people. And they would flag a town. If a whole town was, or a city had the disease, they were required to put up a flag, so that nobody would come into the place. If not, they would be quarantined, because that was a quarantine city. They didn't quarantine every area. They only quarantined the areas that they had outbreaks in. And, people died. And, mostly back then it was due to sanitation. But now it's not so much sanitation it's goofy people, not being able to realize there is no flu shot. They give you a flu shot based on what they think what flu is going to be around in 18 months, because it takes them that long, once they have it, to get it up there. But the problem is, coronaviruses, the common cold, flu, right? If they're retroviruses, so you can come up with a vaccine and they'll mutate. So that means you don't have a vaccine, because you should be able to take a vaccine once, like a measles or a mumps shot, right? And I had both of those when I was in school, and I had the chicken pox twice. Say you can't get it twice. Well, I got it twice. And no, I didn't have any of those vaccines because I had the disease when I was very young. The only 2 shots I got, or 3, was tetanus, smallpox, and the little sugar pill for polio. But I was the last grade school class in the 1970s in Oregon to get the smallpox vaccination. And of course, I never got the smallpox vaccination because, see, my dad had cowpox, and cowpox prevents you from having smallpox. So, and plus, he probably had in the Army the smallpox vaccination, even though they knew he had cowpox. So remember, cowpox is the antidote to smallpox. My dad told me that. Give everybody cowpox and they won't get smallpox. Ain't that interesting? Because, see, everybody since then now has that, because it can be passed down. If your father had cowpox and your mother had cowpox, their children will not get smallpox. Proven fact. Both my parents had cowpox. They still gave me a smallpox shot anyways, even though they knew that. But anyways, I digress. They're doing a takings. They may have the right to do what they're doing as the governor in the state of emergency, but not without compensating you and making you whole. And, well, that's what Governor Brown's going to have to do. And if she resists it from the state's point of view, then she can be on the hook because she can be stripped of her own immunity and she can become liable as performing an illegal by performing a takings, and it's called a constructive trust of fraud. Remember that. Look that up. A constructive trust of fraud. That's where you have a public trust, and you violate your trust to for your own political gain, or profit, or in kind. It can be anything. Doesn't have to be money. It could be just for sheer power to exercise something because you can doesn't mean you should. And, well, that's where we're at today. We have tyrannical governors of some states that want to keep us shut down. Well, if they keep us shut down, they may be held liable for a takings. Have a good day.